So me and the man, we were sitting in the big parlor room once again watching the RCA because he likes watching reruns of any kind on the big old RCA. He says it makes him look more rerunny. If we're watching Gilligan's Island, he says Gilligan's shirt is more red. It's more flat and more a tone of more inviting red. And the skipper's blue is very contrasting to Gilligan's red shirt, his long sleeve tee or whatever it is he's wearing. And the skipper's belly stretched. It's like a really stretched out golf shirt. Or, if you're watching I Love Jeannie or Leave It to Beaver, it doesn't even matter. It's just, it looks more grainy, it looks more wholesome, it looks more real, it looks more like it was filmed on, 35 millimeter versus video. It just looks like the age it's trying to represent. And we're just sitting there, and the man is tonight really swilling. I don't know what's gotten into him. I don't know what bad news he got, but this man tonight, he's a swilling. He's getting close to getting into souse mode. He's getting close to a hellacious souse. And well, he looks over at me, and this is how I knew he was really just about all the way around the bend. He says, the reason I like fruit flies, those little sons of bitches, they drive me crazy when they eat my potatoes and my yams down in the cupboard, and they drive me crazy. If there's any disgusting thing that I forgot to throw away from the cupboard, they'll find it. They'll breed. They'll make a black cloud of fruit flies, but they love bourbon. If you notice, look right there. There's 15 of them. There's 5 drowning, and there's 10 getting ready to drown in the bourbon. They love the bourbon. They're drawn to it like a moth to a flame. They can't help it. It's almost like they're lemmings running off a cliff. They're like suicidal. They're diving into the bourbon. They got to get to that bourbon. Once you tip the bourbon with their little tiniest piece of an antenna or a little piece of their leg, they're drowned. They're dead. And maybe that's what they're looking for. Maybe it's like they're Nirvana. Like, I got in the bourbon. Oh, my God, it's so glorious. It's like I'm meeting Jehovah. I'm going through the pearly gates. Who knows? Them little fruit flies, I can't figure it out. But they love it. They love bourbon as much as me. And that's kind of why I love fruit flies. And I looked at the man, I said, I know you love fruit flies. I know you love it when they show you all the crap you forgot to throw out in the cupboard. And I know you. You told me one time one day you're gonna find fruit flies on Mars. Once Elon Musk gets up there and he invades everything, one day after that you're gonna find fruit flies, because the fruit flies, they're gonna be there. All of a sudden you look over there, you're like, you could go 4 or 5 years sometimes. Put a few of them strips, them fly catching strips. You hang them up, and you twirl them downwards, so everything sticks to them. The fruit flies are assassinated by them things. It doesn't matter. You look over 2 or 3 years in and see a fruit fly. There's 15 of them. 10 of them are getting ready to dive off a diving board into your bourbon, and the other 5 already drowned in your bourbon. And so I agreed with the man. I knew what he was talking about, but it doesn't matter. It's just, it's just the thing. It is. It's really just one of those kind of off-brand. It's like an off-brand kind of thing.